Hi, I'm Dr. Ray Schultz.
And I'm Dr. Arnold Nagley. We're here in Marysville, Kansas today, and we actually began in 1973 with a veterinary practice. And we actually welded these pins at night and got our early start that way and practiced during the daytime. Dr. Schultz joined in 1976, and so we practiced about 24 years here together. And along the way, in 1985, we began the direct marketing company, ValleyVet Supply. And so we had an overlap of about 12 years where we did both the veterinary practice and the direct marketing business. But that was our early beginning.
I'm a Kansas native, grew up in south central Kansas, south of Hutchinson, and had a small dairy farm. Became interested in veterinary medicine, I think as a result of some of those farm experiences, and came to Marysville right out of vet school. There was a mixed animal practice here. Being a county seat town, we did pretty much whatever you brought in, pets, farm animals, horses, just kind of had a little bit of everything. And one of the most enjoyable things, of course, is that in a small town you get to know your clients and their families, and it becomes a real, I guess you could call it a real community experience.
Well, I also grew up on a farm in central Kansas, crop and livestock farm, and particularly enjoyed working with livestock, and that's probably what drew me to the veterinary profession. And in 1973 we moved here, seeing this county seat town as an opportunity to build a new veterinary clinic and begin a farm-based mixed practice. And so I really enjoyed all the practice, including the pets, but especially the bovine practice, the beef, and the dairy experiences, as well as the swine practice. And so we spent a number of years with that kind of effort and got to know many farm producers and made lots of close friends during that time, and still look back on those times when we would go to the country and work outdoors on a Sunday afternoon with the cattle chute, and it's a good way of life.
In the early 1980s there was a real move in veterinary medicine to try to become more client focused, because there were producers that wanted to do more of their own medical work, and so we actually were quite interested in that, and in about 1982 we remodeled the clinic and put the things that were in the back room into the front room where farmers could actually look at the medications. And from that we began advertising in a regional farm paper, and it wasn't too long till we had some people calling and saying, well, I'm not going to be coming to Marysville, but would it be possible that you could send us some medications? And from that came the idea that maybe we should actually put out a small catalog. And so we did that, published it at the local newspaper office, took our own pictures, and got help from the newspaper office to actually do the typesetting, and mailed it out from the post office with the help of our families. Took about a week to mail those first 10,000 catalogs, and needless to say, we never did that one again.
Well, as Ray said, our first catalog was kind of homespun, and it was all black and white newsprint catalog, and we soon evolved from that into 4 titles and all color catalogs, and the page numbers expanded a great deal, and so we now have a unique equine catalog or equine division, as well as one for farm ranch, one for pets, and one for Valley Naturals human nutraceuticals. And each of those 4 titles is reprinted 4 times a year to stay current on the products. And so we mail a grand total of over 5 million catalogs a year to our customers and prospects. And then probably 10 to 15 years ago we started getting more and more serious about internet marketing. And so today that's a very integral or important part of our business, and approaching 2/3 of our orders now come in by way of our website. A lot of those orders are a combination of a person looking at a paper catalog but still putting the order in online.
Well, as I mentioned, our families actually put that first catalog together, working nights and at the local newspaper office. As the computers became more and more available in the late 80s, we became interested in desktop publishing, and so decided that we would bring that in-house. And as a result of that, we formed a marketing department that has its own photography studio and also desktop publishing, which allowed us to completely design and prepare the catalog clear up to the time that it was ready to go to press. Each catalog edition involves quite a bit of proofing, and there's actually 5 different people that are involved in each step of that. Originally, the negatives were produced and sent to the printer, and with the advent of the internet and advances in computer technology, it's all transmitted via the internet now directly to the publisher.
Very good.
We're fortunate to have our entire fulfillment processes right here in Marysville, where we have complete access and control to each of those departments, and that would include this call center as well as our product warehousing and our shipping departments. And we're standing here in our call center, which of course receives in the called-in orders each day, and it is also a significant support to our internet site and those customers that have questions before they put their order in on the computer. We have hours here with available operators from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and we actually have an off-site call center in a distant city that takes calls in the early morning hours and on Sundays, so you can get a real live person. And of course, most people at those hours opt to use the internet for placing their order. We have parameters that we watch for service level, speed of answer, and all those sorts of things. And our operators take a great deal of pride in being friendly and allowing the customer to hear their smile through the telephone. And we've paid a great deal of attention and effort to enhancing our software over the last 20 years so that our order processes are very streamlined and very customer friendly and very accurate. Meaning if you say, well, gee, what would it cost to update this, upgrade this order to an overnight delivery to some distant state, what would that cost? And we can immediately get that on the screen for them. We have access to inventory, which we pride ourselves in being very accurate on, and we have access to technical screens for product information, and so these operators are very well equipped and a very cohesive group that help each other. And we're very proud of our call center staff as well as our entire staff. In businesses of this type, you're always looking for opportunities, unique things that can set you apart, and maybe opportunities to bring some special quality features to your customer within a certain product line. A number of years ago, we set out on a private label venture, and we have a few lines of products in that Brookside label that can only be bought from Valley Vet Supply. And those would include winter horse blankets, horse saddle pads, bits, spurs, saddle cinches, and a complete line of equine supplements. And this is an example of one of those. And that's formulated by equine nutritionists and manufactured in a high quality supplement manufacturing facility for us, and of course we market that nationwide, and it's been a very successful venture as far as acceptance from the customers. They appreciate the quality of the ingredients here. This is another example of a private label Brookside product. This happens to be a real nice, high-quality saddle pad for horses, and we have a number of those under this Brookside label, as well as many other types of tack. And so that's an example of one of the unique things you try as you go along.
We're in the warehouse now, and as you can see, one of the things we've tried to build our business on over the years is the quickness of shipping and accuracy. It's very important to our customers that when they call and we tell them that we have the product in stock, that they can depend on that. and also if we tell them we're going to ship it out right away, that happens. Currently, if an order is called in by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it goes out that same day, and within about a 4-state area, a lot of that area will have the product the next day. With vaccines, which have to be refrigerated, those are shipped out overnight if necessary using air freight so that they arrive the next day regardless of where you're located at. We try to keep as many products as we can in stock and avoid back orders, both for the customers and also for our sakes, because it is a hassle to order something and then find out it's on back order. We currently maintain over 98% of over 8,000 line items in stock at all times, and so we do have back orders, but we try to make it as rare as possible.
As we prepare to pack and ship those products, we're faced with a multitude of different types of items that we inventory and sell, which present special packaging considerations. For example, we have liquids like quart fly sprays with pumper tops. We have gallons of liquids. We have plastic buckets of equine supplements that are vulnerable for crushing. We have glass vials that have to have special cushioning. We might have some nice books that we don't want to get wrinkled or soiled. Clothing items that certainly you don't want to be soiled. And some durable hardware type goods, equipment, buckets and the like. And so all these things may end up in the same package, in the same box. And so we have a lot of different packing materials we use, including some foam cushioning for the liquids, to assure that when those items get to the customer that they're in A1 shape and ready to be used and nothing's been damaged. We're back in our retail facility, retail store, and we've tried to select lines of products that fit the customer base in this 12 or 15 county area. And one of those examples would be workwear, footwear, and some boots like you see here in the background. We have a number, 6 or 8 really mainline brands of boots and shoes to accompany the rest of the apparel offering and the animal health offering and equine tack offering we have in our retail store. And of course, one great advantage with this store is we have this very large amount of inventory in the warehouse to back us up, and so it's merely a walk back there to get an item that we don't have space to display here in the store. So we're right here on the highway 36 in Marysville, Kansas. You can feel welcome to come and browse our store when you're in town or going through this part of the state. And if you're further away, for convenience, you can find us on ValleyVet.com, and we'd be glad to entertain any questions on the phone to help you select your products. We have lots of different specialists here that are ready to assist you in any way we can.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices. ValleyVet.com.